Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today's video is a video that is completely impromptu. I did not know that I was going to do this video, but I was struggling just a few days ago, and I was just like, you know what? Let's just get unready together and let's just talk about the day. And I kind of took you through the experience and how it is basically when I have the urge to binge, what goes through my mind, how my mind works, the fact that I can't sit still, the fact that I'm going, this part of me wants to eat, this part of me doesn't. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's very raw and it's very vulnerable. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. I also come back and share with you the next day my experience and how I got through it, if I got through it, all of the things. So again, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you get a thumbs up. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're always notified of every single upload. Make sure to leave me a butterfly emoji down below in the comment section. Do not forget that I also have a channel membership. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, it is listed down below in the description box. You get early access to my videos, and it's also right below this video. There is a subscribe button, and then right next to that there is a join button, and you will find out more information. But basically you will get early access to my videos. I do want to mention real quick that if you are struggling with an eating disorder, this might not be the video for you. This may be triggering to you. I'm not sure. Just proceed with caution. We will be talking about an eating disorder, and we will also be talking about a food addiction, and I will be taking you through the process of me in the thick of it while I'm struggling. And then also after the next day, how I felt. So if that may be triggering to you, this may be a video that you might want to skip out on, and you can check out the next one. So let's go ahead and get into it. Get unready with me as we talk about today. Oh my gosh. It's Monday, April 8th. But when girl, when I tell you, today is the closest that I've come to binging in a really long time, like this whole year. I was so close to doing it. Oh my, today was hard. Today was really, really effing hard. I was tired, very, very tired. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys the footage, but I went and I volunteered today, and I was working around food, and there was just like all this food that was just like tempting me. And normally when I go volunteer, the food doesn't tempt me, but I'm still just like, man, today was hard. I told myself today, if you still feel like you want to eat tomorrow, you can eat. Like you can just eat whatever. But the way that my brain works when I'm this tired and I'm this overwhelmed and I'm this hardcore struggling with this food addiction, it's not fun. Like I just feel like I didn't even do any of my toolbox stuff. Like I'm just so freaking tired. I just don't even have the energy for it. But I came across this video on TikTok, and it was this woman who's 600 pounds, and the way she described food addiction is like, I felt it. Wholeheartedly felt it. Obviously, because I know what it's like. She was able to compare her food addiction to a gambling, sex, and drug addiction. And I am able to compare it to a cigarette addiction, nicotine addiction. Cigarette and, let's just say both. Because I was addicted to cigarettes just as much as I was addicted to that dang nicotine. The whole action, all that stuff. But this is by far the hardest. The way that woman explained the food addiction is like, we don't want this. I don't want to look like this. I don't want to be in this body. Like, I don't want it. But this addiction is so powerful. It is so powerful. And as much as I try to like gain control over it, I need to go in my car and scream, but I'm not because I gotta walk down 3 flights. I'm doing that. But man, when I tell you, today has been hard. I put my heart on my calendar, and I also gave myself a start because I'm about to brush my teeth. But when I tell you today, I was this close. Like, oh my gosh. I feel like I can't even like really think straight right now because I'm still really struggling. Like, I feel like I can't even like even really explain this properly because I'm still like, my brain is just like, and my whole body, like I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted, and I'm not okay. My anxiety is today. My depression is really starting to, when I said, what was it, last week's video, I said these old habits, they almost knocked the door down today. They really did. In the aspect of me binging and emotional eating, because damn. I think I need to go do some yoga. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. My head, I feel woozy because I'm just so stressed out, and I'm so upset, and don't get me wrong, I'm so proud of myself because I'm like, shit, if you made it through today, you'll be able to make it through any damn day. Being around that food, and it was so tempting, and I said no, and I'm so glad that I did because I really feel like if I had the taste of any of that food that I said no to today when I was volunteering, I feel like I would have stopped off and just got a ton of food and just went and did a massive binge. The woman on the TikTok said something about the release, the high that she gets from being in a food coma is the best high out of any high that she's ever experienced, from her drug addiction, her gambling addiction, her sex addiction. Did she have another addiction? And because I'm struggling so hardcore today and I saw that, I said, oh, I feel you 100%. Because logically, you would think someone who's never had a food addiction and doesn't understand, even me, someone who does have a food addiction, I still don't understand why do I want to be in physical pain right now. But I'm just looking for a release. I'm looking for that high. That's all I'm looking for right now, and I can't get into it. It's like that angel and the devil. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then it's like, but yes, I do. Like, I just want to. like right now. The way that I feel, I'm just like, I don't care about being fat the rest of my life. I'll be fat the rest of my life to make this go away. The fatigue and the stress and the feeling so uncomfortable. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, I know that this is just my food addiction talking. It's not my logical brain talking. So I'm gonna get through the rest of today. Whew. And if it's like this tomorrow, I'll get through it. And if I don't, it's okay. Like, if I binge, it's okay. But I really don't want to. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do yoga. I'm wondering if the book I'm reading is also triggering me. I mean, there's just like a lot going on right now, you guys. Like, I'm trying to find a job and I can't find one. The job that I wanted, that I interviewed for, that I really thought that I was gonna get. There's just so much. They told me I didn't get it. I don't think it's the book. Maybe the book is triggering me. Like, adding to like everything else too. I feel like this video just needs to be its own video. But I'm gonna go and I'm going to brush my teeth, and then I'm gonna go do yoga. And then from there, if I still feel this way, well, I'm gonna journal anyways because I haven't done that yet. If you guys don't know, I'm still doing 75 soft. I can't even like take a deep breath because I just can't like catch my breath, it seems. Oh my God. I just want this to go away. I have therapy tomorrow. And I'm just feeling a lot of emotions. I'm feeling like very unworthy. Anyways, I'm gonna go do yoga. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make this. I feel like I need to make this its own video. Wow, I was a wreck last night. Here I am on the other side of it. Yeah, I made it through. I made it through. I was just sitting there. I just finished my workout and I was just sitting there thinking about how amazing my legs feel. And I got to thinking about how yesterday I was just so scared. I was so scared about so many things. One of them being that I wasn't going to be able to get through this. That I wasn't going to be able to keep going. And I was sitting there listening to my podcast, and I was just thinking about, again, how good my legs feel and how good it felt to be able to do that workout and how I'm progressing and how I gotta go get my steps in. And I'm not mad about it. I'm actually looking forward to going. I'm gonna go actually to the gym by myself to go down there to get my steps in. I would go outside, but it's raining. But I just started smiling to myself and I said, it was just this aha moment where I was like, I weigh 292 pounds. And then I started smiling even more and I said, you made it through last night. Like all day yesterday. Like I made it through last night. Y'all saw me last night, but that was me all day yesterday pretty much. And then I sat there and I was like, just started smiling some more and I said, you won't be 300 pounds again. I won't let that happen. And man, just think about how painful and how I'm not gonna say painful because it wasn't painful, how uncomfortable last night was. I'm literally stuck between laughing and tearing up because, it's not funny. And I'm not laughing in a way where it's funny. It's just, I'm just laughing in a way where it's like, I made it through and I didn't think I could. And it wasn't because of my therapist, because we didn't even talk about last night. We talked about something completely different today. So it wasn't because of her. It wasn't because of my nutritionist. It wasn't because of any of the other support things that I have lined up. It's because I fought last night and I prayed. I went and I got my day 90 letter. And if you guys want to know more about this letter, I have a video. I did all about it. It's titled Letter to My Biggest Haters, and that biggest hater, it's me. Letter to myself, because I have been my biggest hater for so many years, and that ends this year. I'm steadily working, but I want to film this. I want to have this footage up because I want to give you guys hope and then myself hope when I have another day like that, because I know I would be ignorant to think that that's the last one. I'm so proud of myself being on the other side of it. By the way, I have not struggled at all with wanting to binge today. And I didn't say this last night, but I did tell myself, I said, if you wake up tomorrow morning and you really want to binge, I'm okay with that. Like, you can go ahead and I basically gave myself the permission yesterday. But I said, I don't want you to do it today. You can't do it today. You got to do everything in your power to not do it today. But if you still feel this way tomorrow, you can binge. I'll let you do it. But you have to promise me you're going to go back the next day and let it out of your system and go back the next day. And I have not had one single urge to binge today at all. So I want this video, I am going to put it by itself. I want this video to be inspiration to those of you that are struggling, because I know I'm not the only one going through this. So here I am in between smiling, laughing, and crying. But the amount of pride and the amount of joy and the amount of happiness that I feel right now, this feeling, I'm gonna start crying again as I laugh. This feeling right here, I want to remember. I want to remember this video. I want to remember, because 6 months down the road, when I'm in an even smaller body and I'm able to do even more things, and I'm able to just get excited about just all of the new things that I can do and feel and see, like, physically on me. It's just gonna be so amazing. And I'm gonna remember this moment, or have a video really to remember this moment. And I also hope that like any of you that are struggling, like know that you're not alone. You are not alone. And you are so worth it. And I need you to understand how incredibly worth it you are. You are so worth it. And I need you to believe that every single day about yourself. Even if you don't believe it, start saying it. Start saying it every single day. That you are worthy. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of living in your dream body. You are worthy of living your dream life. You are worthy of living however it is that you want to live. But you have to believe that. You have to believe that you can do it. And yet, yesterday was a huge example of how intense self-doubt can creep in. And it was just this, it was self-doubt, and it was just all of this thing that manifested into this huge thing of me just being like, I don't think I'm going to make it. And then me being in fear of not being able to just have a binge and bounce back. And here we go again. I'm going to let everyone down. Let myself down. That's the most important. I don't want to let myself down. But then there also are people who are counting on me, who come to me for motivation. Like, people are complimenting me and telling me that, like, they're having a hard time and my videos bring them joy. Like, the fact that I can do that for someone. When people ask me, why do you do YouTube? My answer is to inspire people. It's to be able to show people and allow people to watch my life transform before their eyes, and to show them that there is nothing special about me. There is nothing special about me that made me be able to do everything that I've done up until this point. I left an abusive man who, when I tell you I loved him so much when I left him, I still loved him so much when I left him. But I knew I had to do it. Because in order for me to live the life of my dreams, he did not. He was not a part of that. He was not. And I knew I had to leave him. Then when I saw that I was still, even though I escaped the home, I knew I wasn't going to escape him unless I got the hell up out of that town, that city, that state. I moved 2 states away to get away from him, to get my kids away from him. That was not easy, but I did it. I quit smoking after being a smoker for 25 years. I quit cold turkey. No help, no assistance. Just quit. There's nothing special about me to be able to do all of those things other than the fact that there is something in me where I believed, where I knew that I deserved to live the life of my dreams. And all of those things that I just mentioned, which is just really the small portion of things that I've done in my life that are really freaking hard. But even just those 3 things right there literally changed my life forever. I'm not more special than anyone else. I just knew I deserved better, even if I didn't feel it at the moment. I knew that my life, I would not be content if I was on my deathbed and someone said, "Did you enjoy your life?" I've been like, no. Like, can I do a do-over, please? And obviously you can't have one. So it is never too late to leave that abusive marriage or that abusive relationship, because trust me, they do not change. I've been out of mine for how many years now? I left him, I think, 7 years ago. Do you think that man, if anything, that man has gotten worse? And I don't have a day-to-day encounter with him. I really don't have much of an encounter with him at all. But things about him haven't changed at all. The way he fathers and is a father to our children hasn't changed at all. And so, how do you think I would have been? I probably would. If I stayed in that marriage, I probably would have been 500 or more pounds. Because the thing is that it was getting worse and worse and worse. and worse. Every year, the abuse started getting worse. And then I started abusing myself. Because essentially, I was abusing myself while I was in that marriage too. I really was. I was letting him do it, and I was also doing it to myself. So then I had to get to a point to where I stopped abusing myself. And yes, I still do it 100%. I wanted to abuse the hell out of myself last night by eating too much. But I just want people that are struggling to watch this video, see that I was struggling hardcore last night, and I made it through. And you can too. I promise you. I promise. It is not going to be easy. It is going to be so freaking hard. But as I woke up this morning and I just went about my day and I got up and I'm starting all of these things that I'm doing are just habit now. It's like, okay, you get up and you make your bed. This used to be where I sat and laid all day, every day, most days. This is it right here. But now I get up out of bed and I make my bed. And then I go in the bathroom, I get in the shower, I get ready for the day. I brush my teeth. I go hang out with my daughter. I made breakfast. I ate breakfast. I ate breakfast with her. All of these things. And honestly, last night seemed like a distant memory. It wasn't anything I woke up like, I want to binge, but I'm not going to lie. I really did think that that's how it was going to be. I really did. And I'm really proud to say that it wasn't. So I made it through. And if you're having a rough day today, I promise you, just wait till tomorrow. And it might be as bad. I don't know. I can't predict. I don't know what you're going through. But what I can say based off of my experience is I didn't give in. And I had a day on Saturday. So it was like Sunday was like better. But then Monday was... So today is fine. Tomorrow might be another... I don't know. I can't predict the future. But I do know that I'm very proud of myself. And trust me when I say, if I can do this, you can too. I promise you. I promise you can. I mean, I understand I am getting help. I'm seeing a therapist. I'm seeing a nutritionist. And that is, that has helped me. But at the end of the day, they can tell me everything that I need to do. And I can equip myself with all these. I don't have it right here. But self-help books. Here we go. Self-help books. Here's one right here. Let me hide this bookmark. It's a check. But I could read this all day long. If I don't put this into action, yeah, okay, I can say I read it. You gotta do the work. You just gotta do the work. You have to. There's no way around it. You can get on weight loss, and I'm not talking anything about weight loss medications because everyone's journey is personal. But I know for me, getting on weight loss medication was just gonna put a Band-Aid because here's my thing. I was not, just like the chips that had to get out of my house, because I knew I wasn't going to do the work as long as the chips were here. The same thing with a weight loss medication or a surgery. I will not do the work if there is something that's, let's just call it a Band-Aid. And I know, please do not take offense to that because I'm not using it in that term for anyone else except for me. For me, it would have been a Band-Aid. And I know for others, it is a life-saving drug and it's a life-saving surgery. So please do not twist my words on this. For me personally, I knew that I was not going to have life-changing, life-sustainable results if I were to go that route right here in this part of my journey right now. Because who's to say 3 months down the road that I won't decide, you know what, I am going to do a weight loss medication because I've done a good bit of work. I can't say that. All I can talk about is right now. I know right now I do not need any kind of assistance in the aspect of something taking away my hunger. I've been there, done that, don't want to do it again while I know I need to do the work. So, but yeah, I just want to encourage anyone that's struggling and let you know that you can do this. I promise you can. There is nothing. People say you're strong. I'm strong because I have to be, I wasn't born strong. I had to be strong. And, you know, when you're faced with certain things, you can do one or two things. You can deal with it and live your life, or you can sit there and you can complain and you can just, woe is me all freaking day long. Which one do you want to do? You know what I mean? Because I've been both. I've been in both places, and I don't like this place. The woe is me, feel sorry for me, feel sorry for myself. I've been through this. This is why I am the way that I am. So anyways, I'm so proud of myself for making it through. And I want to remember this because that shit was freaking hard. That shit was hard. Woo, girl, that was hard. But I did it and I made it. And just remember, you can too. You got this, okay? Can I just say again that I am so incredibly proud of myself. That was hard. I will say, if any of you are struggling with an eating disorder or a food addiction or anything like that, my heart goes out to you. I know how incredibly hard it is, and I know how incredibly insensitive the world can be towards you, especially if you have an eating disorder and you are overweight. I understand how incredibly cruel the world is to you, and for that, I apologize. It is not an easy thing. But I will say this, there is help out there. And even I personally have a nutritionist, but there are so many free resources. Chris Terrell, he's a really, really, really great resource. He has paid content, but he also has a lot of free content. You can find him on TikTok. You can go to christerrellcoaching.com, I believe his stuff is. He has a podcast. I listen to him day in and day out. And this is advice from someone who took the weight off, kept it off, and is currently maintaining it and has been maintaining it for years. So if you don't have access right now to a nutritionist, do know that there is still help out there. There is something called the National Alliance for Eating Disorders. Let me double check that. They have weekly meetings. They may even have several times a week meetings, but there is help out there for you, and it is completely free. You do not have to have access to doctors or anything like that. I just want to double check on that. So I'm currently on the National Eating Disorders Association website, and there is a tab that is free and low cost support, and they have eating disorder support groups, and then they have additional support options. Let's go to support groups. The National Alliance for Eating Disorder Support Groups. They offer free weekly therapist-led eating disorder support groups, both virtual and in person. These communities not only aid in decreasing isolation, but provide individuals with a sense of belonging. They offer an environment of acceptance that serves as a refuge for those who may feel misunderstood, and also creates a community where participants feel seen, heard, supported, and valued. I have been into a few of these sessions, and it is definitely, there's a lot of people on there, and it's definitely one of those things that it can be very overwhelming. But just to sit there and to hear other people's stories and to know that there are people out there that understand what you're going through, it's definitely a resource that's out there to you for free 100%. So between Chris Terrell and then this right here, which is, again, it's a free therapist-led support groups for eating disorders. Highly recommend if you're struggling with one. If you do have access to a nutritionist, one of the best things I could have done for myself, 100%. Go watch my toolbox video if you guys are struggling and you want to get some ideas on things to do when you're going through that. I wrote myself a letter, and I will link that video down below. I wrote myself a letter to remind myself I have my why. Like, I have equipped myself with so many things because I do not want this eating disorder to control me any longer. And I want the same for you because I understand how out of control you can feel and how it just takes over you and you are just like, I just get it. I totally freaking get it. So my heart goes out to any of you that are struggling. I love you. I see you. I hear you. And others can see and hear you too. You just have to go look for the help. It is there. I promise you. So with that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell so you're always notified of every single upload. If you guys have made it to the end of this video, make sure you comment 2 butterfly emojis down below in the comment section. Do not forget about my channel membership. More information about that is down below in the description box. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.